Okay. In previous class we studied already about the curves. Curve means a figure formed by on a paper without lifting a pencil. Okay, anything if you draw on a plane, okay, with a pencil and without lifting that pencil, not only a pencil, if a pen or anything maybe, without lifting that and without retracing of the any portion of that figure, that is called curve. There are different types of curve we have studied already: open curve, closed curve, and simple closed curve. Here simple closed curve means the starting and end point. The curve starts at the curve starts again and end does start and begins and ends at same point, that is called closed curve. Simple closed curve means again it is a closed curve which is does not intersect itself. Such a simple closed curve made up of only a line segment that is called polygon. Okay, there are different names of the polygon. A triangle is also polygon, square is also polygon, rectangular, rhombus, that is called. If there is a relation between the sides of a polygon and vertices. If suppose three sides are there, three vertices are there, and the name of the polygon is triangle. If four sides are there, there are four vertices, then that is called quadrilateral. 5 is there, pentagon. 6 hexagon. 7 heptagon. 8 octagon, like this up to you have 10 sides. Then 10 sides known as decagon, 9 nonagon. Like that, there are based on the sides we name this polygon. Okay, all these things. Now understand what is polygon. It is only simple closed curve made up of line segments. There are again, these are based on the what? Based on the sides. I named this based on the sides of a, based on the number of sides. Number of sides. Okay. Because tri means what? Three sides. Penta means 5, hexa means 6, hepta means 7, octa means 8, nona means 9, based on these sides. Again there are based on some criteria we types of polygon you can observe. One is concave polygon. Polygon in which at least one angle is more than 180 degree. That is called, for example, if I take the figure here, this is polygon because it is a closed curve. Simple closed curve does not intersect itself. It is made up of only line segment in which this angle is more than 180 degree. Such called concave polygon. Please remember, if one of the angle is more than 180 degree, then that is called concave polygon. If next coming to the convex polygon, in which each angle, see here, this is at least one angle. Here a convex polygon in which each angle is less than 180 degree. You take an example, you can take triangle, you can take square. Here each angle is definitely less than 180 degree. Okay, next, a regular polygon. A regular polygon means all the sides and all the angles are equal. If you take a equilateral triangle, I will write here. Okay, I will write here Okay, I will take equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, we know all the sides, all the angles are equal. Like square also. Square also, all the sides, all the angles are equal. Those are the regular polygon. Means in regular polygon, all the sides and all the angles are equal. For example, equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Here all the sides. This is called A, B, C. Here AB is equal to BC is equal to AC. Then angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C. This is called regular polygon. Here also square for square. Okay. Square also we have, if suppose this is square A, B, C, D. Here also AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Here also angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D. Okay, like this. Those are called regular polygon. Then what is next one is irregular polygon. The polygon which is not regular is called irregular. For example, this is called regular polygon. Regular polygon. Okay. If you take for example irregular polygon, I'll take here. For example, if you have a rectangular is there. This is called A, this is called B, this is called C. We know that in rectangular AD is equal to BC, AB is equal to CD. All the sides are not equal. Here AD is not equal to this, AD is not equal to AB. Therefore, it is an example of rectangle. Similarly, the rectangle is not a regular, it is a irregular polygon. Okay. The next thing is for a regular polygon of n sides, means all the sides and all the angles are equal. Each exterior angle is equal to given by 360 by n. You take an example of regular polygon equilateral triangle. Here AB is equal to BC and which is equal to AC. Each angle is equal to 60 degree. Want to find out this angle, this angle. You can easily find out by formula 360 upon 3, that is equal to 180. See, even you can confirm by an example. This formula can be confirmed by this example. You can take an equilateral triangle. I can take equilateral triangle. You know, each angle is equal to 60 degree. Now I want to find out this angle, that is called, you can ACD. I want to find it. You can just put the formula in this. 160 upon n means what? 3. 3 into 360 divided by 3 means 180. Even how it 180 comes, you can confirm here. This is 60, this is 60. This is what? 180 minus 60, because the straight line angle is 180 minus 60, that is called 120. This formula can be confirmed here with an example. Okay. Next, each interior angle is equal to, want to find out each interior angle, that is 180 minus this 60, this 180 minus this 120, that is 180 minus this 120, what we get? 60. See here, you can 60. You can confirm. Okay. Next, in case of convex polygon means the sum of interior angle the polygon in which the each angle is less than 180, that is called convex polygon. The sum of all exterior angles is equal to 360 degree. Can you confirm with them? Yes, you can confirm. Even you can take, see, I will take, for this matter I will take a regular polygon. Okay, no problem. For example, I will take a equilateral triangle. This is also polygon, that is called ABC. In order to for easy understand, you know that equilateral triangle, all the angles are 60 degree. Okay, all the angles are 60. The sum of this one, this is called 120, 120. The sum of exterior angles is what? 360 degree. See here. Therefore, the sum of all exterior angles is 360 degree. Okay. The next one is the sum of all interior angles. The sum of all interior angles is 2n minus 4 into right angle triangle. Sum of all interior angles is equal to 2n minus 4 into right angle. Okay. This is can be confirmed by again with an example. Same thing, means again in a triangle. In a triangle, I will take again the same triangle. Here the n is equal to 3 here. 2 into 3 minus 4. Sorry, I will take here. Okay. The next sum of all interior angles is 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. For example, we can take triangle in equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, what happens in equilateral triangle? The sum of all interior angles. Okay. For example, we have a triangle like this. This is called equilateral triangle. A, B, C. This is 60 and this is 60. This is 60. We know that interior, I don't know actually this, I don't know, this is called X, Y. We don't know the value of interior angles. We don't know. Okay. They told that 2n minus 4 into 90 degree is equal to sum of interior angles. See here, 2 into n means what? 3 minus 4 into 90, that is 2 into 90, that is equal to 1. Can you agree? The sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Definitely we agree. Yes, this we confirm that this formula will give sum of all interior angles. Okay, based on that we can confirm the next one is number of diagonals in a polygon of n sides is n into n minus 3 upon 2. How we confirm this one? Suppose you take a square. I can take. If you take a square, we know that what are the side diagonals. What are the diagonals? 2 diagonals will come. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, by this formula can you get 2 or 3? You can check it by this formula. What is that? Number of diagonals in a polygon is equal to n into n minus 3. Here n is equal to what? 4. Okay, the formula is again n into n minus 3 upon 2, n into n minus 3 upon 2. Okay, can you with this form? N is equal to 4 here, 4 minus 3 upon 2, that is equal to 4 into 2 divided by 2. Sorry, this is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 into 4, that you can get 2. See, number of diagonals we are getting 2 in a square. Is it correct? Yes, we agree that because we see this figure. Yes, we can agree. Number of diagonals in a polygon is given by n into n minus 3 upon 2. You not only you can check, even you can check for this triangle also. Triangle here n is equal to 3 here. n minus 3 upon 2, n is equal to 3 into 3, sorry, here I will write here 3 into 3 minus 3, yes, upon 2, it becomes 0. See here, you cannot draw a diagonal in a triangle. It means, can you draw a diagonal in a triangle? No, you can't draw a diagonal in a triangle. Therefore, you can get the answer 0. Therefore, we confirm that this formula will give number of diagonals in its sides. Why it gives 0 in triangle? Because we can't draw. See, if you take a triangle, can you draw a diagonal in this triangle? That is called A, B, C. What is the diagonal? The line joining the alternative non-consecutive vertices of the polygon. See, what is the diagonal? This is very important. The diagonal means what? I will tell you. Okay, I will tell you. The diagonal, very important, is what is the diagonal? Diagonal of a polygon. This is very important. Okay. Diagonal means a line segment joining the joining what? Non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. For example, if you take a square here, this A, you can say this is called C. This A and B, they are consecutive vertices side by side, but A and C are non-consecutive. If you join this, whatever these get, this AC and BD are called diagonals. Okay, not diagonals. But if you coming to the triangle, see, non-consecutive, there are no non-consecutive vertices. They are always consecutive vertices. Therefore, in a triangle, by using this n into n minus 3 upon 2, you can get 0, because 3 into 3 minus 3 becomes 3 into 2, this becomes 0 upon 2, you can get 0. Okay, like this you can easily understand.